In this video, we'll finish up our discussion of this lesson by doing some identities. So we're going to verify identities by working on one side and getting to the other using the new formulas that we have. So this first one, let's go ahead and start. I'm not going to rewrite it for the sake of room. Let's rewrite this using our formula. So remember that is sine of alpha cosine of beta plus sine of beta times cosine of alpha plus, okay, that now let's do this one. This is sine of alpha cosine of beta minus sine of beta cosine of alpha. And then we use our equal sign. Remember, we're trying to work down one side to match the other. All right. Okay, working down now. Okay, you can see. Okay, let's look here. We have this negative sine b cosine of alpha. So I'm looking to see if we have a positive. We do right there. It's gone. So I would have then sine alpha cosine beta plus sine alpha cosine beta. And then notice those are the exact same thing. So when I have something plus something of the same thing, I get two of them. Sine alpha cosine beta. And we proved it. Okay, so not so bad. It's just using the formula and things cancel out. All right, let's take a look at the second one. So starting with that left side, I see this formula again. So I'm going to write that one out. That's sine alpha times cosine beta minus sine beta cosine alpha. And this is still divided. I'm not going to touch the bottom. This is cosine alpha cosine beta. All I did is replace what's circled there with its formula. Now I can take each part, sine alpha, cosine beta, and I'm going to divide it by that denominator. I'm going to cheat a little bit here to be lazy. Just going to duplicate. That goes there. And then minus, that would fix for me. There we go. Okay, sine beta, cosine alpha, and then it's over that same thing as well, so I'm just going to copy. So I got that, and it's still equal, right? We're trying to get it down to that. Okay, I can see that this cosine beta is going to cancel there, and cosine alpha will cancel there, and then this leaves me sine alpha over cosine alpha. As long as the alphas are the same, I can change it to a tangent. So this is tangent alpha minus, okay, and then notice sine beta over cosine beta is tangent beta, and that's what we were aiming for. Okay, so it's not so bad, I don't think. I think these are actually easier than the trig identities in the trig identity section because usually the formulas just kind of unlock everything, making things cancel out. Okay, here's a reminder here because I think this shows up in this homework. We have for tangent, actually we can just use the formula. Forgive me for going on a little spill there. Remember the tangent alpha minus beta is equal to tangent alpha, and then let's go back up and look because I always forget it's a plus or minus. Okay, plus and plus go on top together, minus minus on top go together. Okay, so tangent alpha minus tangent beta over 1 plus tangent alpha tangent beta. So I'm going to use that same thing here on this left side. It's kind of weird because I don't have like an alpha and beta, but it's just pi and theta. So we're going to get tangent pi minus tangent theta all over 1 plus tangent pi tangent theta. Okay, tangent of pi, remember tangent is sine over cosine. And the sine of pi is 0, but the cosine is -1. So this ends up being a 0. Minus tangent theta. And then on the bottom, that kind of helps us out too, right? We get 1 plus 0 times tangent theta. That's going away, and I get negative tangent over 1, which is what I was wanting. All right, so again, just use the formulas. Anytime I see that plus or minus inside of a tangent, sine, or cosine, I jump straight to these formulas. And typically in the identities, when we do with this, we switch to a formula and it just kind of works out. There isn't a whole lot of critical thinking on trying to get things to manipulate in a certain way for us. They just kind of work out. All right, so again, do not memorize these formulas, but become familiar with them. You need to be able to work with them, but you do not need to be able to like spit them off at random.